Aries, sun, moon, and rising. Welcome to your October tarot forecast. I feel like when you say no, you leave more available space for a really good yes and some really good expansion. But there's something about needing to break old habits or behaviors or limitations or belief systems or something like that, because I feel like you have this Five of Wands that looks like a lot of triggered emotions. So maybe you're in a situation or you're just leaving a situation where they had a lot of just energy kind of flying around. And I feel like for some of you, maybe you or another person that you were dealing with, they didn't know how to manage their own emotions. They don't know how to manage their own perspective and internal storytelling. It's like, I feel like when this could be you, or again, this could be another person that you are dealing with directly, but it's like there's these old beliefs, these old perspectives that are still quite stuck. And when something happens, it's like you or the other person see it through this outdated lens. And that lens that you're seeing it through, it's like, it's this old story that just continues to create these old stories around either scarcity or not being good enough, or fear of expression, or whatever. But we need to focus on that story and see it for just really what it is. Like, it's not true. It's a story. It's a story in your head, or it's a story in their head. And I think that that story is connected to some deep emotions, and not knowing how to regulate your emotions, or they don't know how to regulate their emotions. It causes these like moments of lashing out and like attack, and then that just fucks things up even worse. So I really want you to pay attention to any old, and this could be both of you experiencing it, but through a different way, if that makes sense. So maybe some of you are experiencing these old stories in your mind about if I disconnect from this person, if I leave this project, if I break up with this lover or whatever, like, oh my God. And then maybe the scarcity, the fear, the anxiety strikes, and it's like, oh, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna manage this? I'm never gonna find another partner. I'm never gonna find whatever. Like, all these stories, they begin. So maybe that is in part your story, where you have these limiting beliefs about really struggling to find other people or other projects that connect with what you really want. And that's not true. Like, you can find those connections. You can find whatever will support you developing your dream life. Like, that will show up 100%. But it's like this other person, and again, maybe it's you, because I don't know how the energies are showing up, but like, one person is recognizing this connection is not good because it's not supporting the next chapter's development. And the other person is experiencing this like constant state of like feeling like they're always under attack or being taken advantage of or oppressed or whatever. And I feel like one of the people here, maybe both, have some traumas that have not been fully processed or cleared or released. And that is really influencing this situation, because it's like two people can't see eye to eye. Like, they can't understand each other. And it's because one of them is so stuck in this old traumatic limitation, thinking that everyone is attacking them. It's like, you know, when you find those people who are just, for whatever reason, always having issues with someone, or there's always drama, or there's always a negative conversation, or there's always the negative perspective, or there's always like, they're short and they're frustrated and they feel like everything's just unfair. And it's like, that's the person who is really stuck in their story, and you can't change that story for them. If that's you, then like, you really need to work on changing that story, because we need to let it go. If it's not you and you're dealing with that person, then you need to just clear them out, because it's not your responsibility to fix that story for them. It's their job. So let them do it themselves. Just let them figure it out. Just let them go. However, you need to also change your story, and your story is that you need this person, Or that if that person disappears, what are you gonna do? You're gonna be overwhelmed. You're not gonna be successful. You're not gonna, the project's gonna fail or what, it's not. So you have limitations, or one of the people here have stories in their mind about, if I lose the other person, what's gonna happen? And there's all this like fear that comes up, and that story is actually connected to scarcity and the fear that you won't be successful or whatever. Maybe even a fear of being seen or whatever, a fear of being heard or whatever. And then the other person, their story is just like some trauma response that they can't get out of. They just keep spiraling and spiraling. So like, I really want you to take an opportunity to figure out which person you are in that mix. Are you the one stuck in the story about whatever, A or B? We just talked about them. So where do you show up in that story? And how can we adjust it? I think we can really adjust it when we decide to allow the universe to just mirror back to us, to really like show us where we continue to be stuck, to get stuck, where we notice that similar things, similar issues from the past maybe have come back again, and we're noticing like, fuck, this kind of person always shows up in my life for some reason, and I can't figure out why. It's because you don't have proper boundaries, or because you have, again, maybe your story is that you have a lot of resources, you have a lot of skills, you have a lot of ways that you can help another person. And in your mind, you think that other people can't help themselves. And part of your sort of subconscious ego programming that's running way in the background is telling you like, you should help this person because you can help this person. And that makes you feel good, of course, because you're helping people. But really, I think maybe some of you continue to connect with people who don't have the skills that are required for the next chapter or for building whatever you want to build. And you think that that person could learn a lot from you, that you want to support that person's development because you see their potential. So you get involved with these people, but your needs are not met. So then you continue to find a lot of frustration, a lot of roadblocks, because these people are not ready or on the level of what you need for your next chapter, but you want to drag these people because you see potential and you want to help everyone. So it's like, maybe that's your story. And it's like, that story has to go, okay? You don't need to save anyone. You are not for everyone, and you are not supposed to fix everyone's issues. Focus on your own issues. And we just had this new moon in Libra eclipse. This is the last new moon eclipse of 2024, the last one. And this energy will carry us into next year's energy. And this eclipse happened on your axis, okay? So you have Aries on one side, and the opposite sign is Libra. This is a focus on how you personally and individually show up into relationships. And with it being your opposite sign, there's a lot of tension right now because you need to adjust how you show up to relationships and what relationships you show up to and what you expect from your relationships. So this new moon, new start, new chapter, new cycle is really, really fucking important for you, because this is showing you how you can adjust yourself and how your values have changed. There's so much to talk about. I'm just gonna tag the workshop right here, okay? You can pay whatever you want. You can pay whatever you want to watch it. It's like 25 minutes, and I talk a little bit at the end just about my experience right now. But the point is, it will help you figure out how to work with this energy. And you, Aries, are opposite Libra. This was an eclipse in Libra. So there's a lot of opposition and tension for you to work with this energy. So I would strongly suggest watching it after this workshop, after this reading, especially if you're still here because you're like, wow, yeah, that feels right. Like, this is my life right now. Then like do something with this energy. You have the Six of Cups, you have the Star card, you have the Fool card. I really like this combination. I really like this combination because this is talking about your dreams coming true. And how do you do that? It's through curiosity and play and excitement. That is only available to you more when you open a new door. New moon eclipse, it opened a new door. It started a new 6-month cycle. And the Fool card, the Fool, and this Six of Cups is asking you to initiate a new cycle, to reconnect with your inner child and really play. Get curious about all of the possibilities that are ready and waiting for you. Get excited about what your future holds and really follow your gut, follow your inspiration, follow your intuition, because the star card, the star talks about deep healing and getting what you've always dreamt of. So it's like, this is very available to you, especially with that Three of Cups. This is about collaboration, excitement. Your first card was this Emperor card, okay? This is your card. This is about taking control of your life. And how do you do that? You need to reestablish boundaries, and you need to figure out who is welcome into your next chapter. What relationships do you really value, and how can you adjust the relationships that you want to keep and the ones that are just not good, the business agreements, collaborations, the people on your team, just everything that's not working to actually help find better flow. That shit has to go. Like, it has to go. With this Four of Coins reversed, with this King of Wands reversed, Five of Wands, Eight of Cups, Four of Wands reversed, oh my God, and the the Sun reversed. This is all about you walking away from situations that you know you won't get your satisfaction from. So like, how can you access this new cycle, these new relationships? You have to watch the new moon eclipse workshop, okay? I love you, Aries. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful. I'm gonna tag the workshop right here. Go and watch it now. The eclipse was a few days ago. This energy is so strong, and this is what we're working with for the next 6 months. So don't miss this energy, figuring out how to apply it and integrate it into this next cycle. Because like, you've also got this 10 of Coins here. You've got this 10 of Cups here. You've got a 6 of Wands, the World card. There's a lot of opportunity here available for you. There's a lot of opportunity here available for you. But you can't have it all, bitch. You need to clear out what doesn't work, and you need to set the intentions for the new cycle. So right now, go. Click right here. Watch the eclipse workshop. I just saw 12:12 on the clock. I love it. I love you. I'll see you very soon. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful. Share it on your Instagram story, please. I show up every month for you. Support me back. I love you. See you very soon. Go right now and watch the workshop. It's right there. Click it. Go watch it.